What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson here, and this is Elementary Season 5, Episode 22, Moving Targets. So, once again, another Elementary episode that I have not to look forward to, because, frankly, once again, the case is kind of stupid. We're back to the Shinwell stuff as far as the personal life is concerned, and still not that interesting. So, yeah, let's talk about it. So, the case, we see a woman entering to a building with a paintball gun. She's shooting at some people, shooting boxes, and all of a sudden she shoots somebody. She's like, "Ha, I got you!" And then they turn around with a shotgun and shoot her. So, she's dead. Find out that apparently she was part of this game show on TV where people go around hunting each other with little body cameras, shooting with paintball guns, and trying to eliminate them. And so it looks like, okay, well, there's this one guy that apparently was like a mercenary. And so they suspect him because he really wants to win the money or something like that. Well, turns out he doesn't need the money, so never mind. Then they find out that apparently she was looking into some sort of business that was selling guns and stuff. And so, okay, well, maybe that has something to do with it. Well, find out that apparently the guy who is doing it is already being convicted of it and is trying to work out a plea deal. So there's no point in him having to kill her because the police already knew about his little like selling guns and everything. But Sherlock thinks that might have something to do with it, and so we find out that apparently the first guy they suspected, who was a mercenary, was one of the groups being sold guns to by this big corporation. And so they asked the people in charge of the show to track him down. They're like, well, not now because it looks suspicious, so we'll wait till tomorrow. And then all of a sudden they see a guy like digging up something, and so they're apparently waiting for him to go there, and they arrest him. And it turns out to be the guy who's like the assistant producer of the show. Turns out the whole thing about the gun selling to the mercenary people was a lie because, you know, we knew that, I guess. So yeah, they lied to him so that he would try to go plant evidence on somebody or something like that, and so they arrested him because apparently he was one of the ones that was like being sold guns or selling guns or something like that. I don't know. I don't care. I mean, the idea originally with this game show was fairly interesting. I'm just like, well, it's an interesting idea for a game show, but why would somebody kill over that? And then all of a sudden you just take us away from the game show entirely. You're like, oh, it has nothing to do with that at all. And I'm just like, oh, so why even have it then? I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand why have the game show in the first place. Just because the co-producer is the one who killed her doesn't mean the game show was involved somehow. It just means that that's what he was doing at the time. But you focused on it for like the first 15 to 20 minutes of this episode. And so you had me convinced, okay, the game show has something to do with it, and then all of a sudden went on to something else. I'm like, oh, so it has nothing to do with it. And all of a sudden you bring this guy back that you questioned at first, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, maybe he had a different reason why he killed her, which means, oh, that one alibi that he had, how did he get out of that? So I'm trying to figure that out while they're talking to people about it, and all of a sudden they go to arrest a guy in a hoodie, and I'm like, oh, they caught him. Now we're gonna find out how he did it, right? And all of a sudden it turns out to be somebody entirely different. So, yeah. Where were we on this? Because, like I've said before, one of the fun things about mystery shows is the audience trying to work it out alongside the detectives. Well, apparently they just completely tricked us. Like, oh, yeah, it was definitely that one guy. Haha, the audience is so stupid, they're never going to be able to figure this one out. Oh, look, it turns out to be this guy. Plot twist! Oh, your mind is blown! I'm just like, no. No, you didn't blow my mind because there was no lead up to that. You know, it makes sense now why you were telling them to track down that one guy, but at the same time, this guy decides that he wants to try to plant more evidence to use against the guy that you told them that you suspected. How did you know he was going to do that? Because it sounds like, from what I gathered, it sounds like they went in there and said, hey, we suspect this guy. And so call him so we can bring him in. That's how it's going to work. So you already told him that you suspected him. Why on earth would he actually go plant more evidence against him? Like, that's what I do not understand at all. It's like, wait a minute. if I were a culprit, if I went and killed somebody, and the police came to me and told me, "Hey, we suspect somebody else," I would not go take the murder weapon and try to plant it in an area that would frame that person, because at that point they already suspect somebody else. So why would I go do something? Stupid, 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 stupid. And then on top of that, you go outside the case and it's all Shinwell stuff. He's talking to Joan because apparently he needs help on something with the SPK and all that stuff. And then they take down the guy that he was trying to take down. So SPK offered him this high-level position or something like that. And before anything can happen, Joan gets a text message again. And so she goes to his place and he's dead. And I'm just like, oh no. I cared so much about that guy that we met this season that betrayed Sherlock, that was a murderer. Why do we care about him again? God, it just pisses me off so much that this was our big story for this season. Who gives a crap about Moriarty? Who gives a crap about these big secret government conspiracies? Who gives a crap about these secret evil organizations? No, we're gonna deal with gang violence this season, because that's the intense stuff. That's the stuff that we want to see Sherlock Holmes going up against. So, yeah, apparently he got killed by somebody, and I assume the last 2 episodes are going to be devoted to finding out who killed him or something along those lines. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care. And that's the truly sad part about all of this, is that this will probably be the last season, and I haven't cared once this entire season. I honestly can't think of any episodes I'm just like, yeah, that was a really good episode. The stuff with Kitty started off well in the first episode, but then ended on kind of a eh. So, what a season to go out on, I guess. It's just boring, boring, boring the entire season through. The cases have been boring. The whole story on the outside, the story arc with Shinwell's been boring. There's just been nothing of interest. It's just been frustrating to watch. So, I don't know. I don't know what to expect next week. I don't know what to expect in the last 2 episodes. But all I can say is I assume this is going to be the last season, because there's no way that there are already very few people watching it from what I gather. There's no way that the people that have been watching and enjoying the show have actually all enjoyed this show this season, because it's just been nothing like the first 4 seasons. There's been so much crap, there's been so much stupid stuff that just really pisses me off. So, that's about it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What were your thoughts? Let me know. We can talk about, discuss, all that good stuff. Leave a like and subscribe for future elementary reviews. I'll see you at the next one. Peace out.